What's up, guys? It's Mike for Sim Racing 604, and today we're going to be discussing what the heck is going on with Assetto Corsa Competizione. So we're about 1 month after the release of ACC, and in that time, in that 1 month, the user base, the number of concurrent users has gone from a peak of over 4,000 on release day down into the double digits. Yes, we dropped below 100 users on June 27th. That is a remarkable drop-off. Granted, that was the 4,000 was at its peak when the game was first released, and the 97 users that we saw on June 27th was the lowest point. So it's a bit of a statistical anomaly possibly, but what is concerning is this. The number of users is dropping off daily. It's going down and down and down. That's a trend that nobody wants to see. Those of us that own the title, of course, want to see it succeed. Of course, want to see lots of players in the online. So what I want to do here is take some time to discuss the good things about ACC, the bad things about ACC, and the future of ACC. Little things that could hopefully improve it and get things back to where users want to drive this and make it a popular sim that we all want. So like I said, we're going to start off with the good. The good about ACC is that on paper, the principles work. And what I mean by that is if you were scripting something, if you were coming up with a game concept or a sim concept, something that would sell, something that would appeal to the masses, you would probably go this route. You would probably go with one specific discipline, do it really well, and you might as well make that discipline GT3 since that's the most common genre you see in online sim racing. In addition to that, ACC has great graphics, great sounds, the content detail, i.e. the cars and the tracks, are all on point. The physics and force feedback, especially the rain and the way the brake pedal behaves, absolutely fantastic. The AI is good for the most part, and the night and weather modes, all great things that ACC has going for it. And I will say at this juncture that I really like ACC. I think it's a fantastic title for single-player one-off racing at this point. It's really fantastic for that. Building the driver ratings is one of my favorite elements of this title as well. It's fun to see little incremental changes that make you better, improving yourself. It's cool to see your numbers go up. It's cool to see those numbers go green when you complete a great lap, and that is a very engaging thing. And finally, a minor thing, but something they absolutely nailed, is the default setups. The default setups are very, very good in this sim. Getting into some of the things I don't like, so the bad. Some of the key features, i.e. VR, the career mode, championship mode, multiplayer mode, all come up short. And the reason they come up short has been discussed at length, not only on this channel, but on many other channels, so I won't get into great detail, but suffice it to say the VR is not optimized. The career and championship modes are really lacking any sort of engagement in building your career with a team, a car, a driver, anything like that. It lacks that sort of continuity and flow that you would expect from a career. The championships don't have points, and the multiplayer, unfortunately, is lacking obviously in users, but not just that. The scheduled races on official ACC forums, where are we at with that? The second thing, and I think that ACC shot itself, I should say Kunos shot itself in the foot by doing this. It should not be called Assetto Corsa Competizione. And you may be thinking, well, are you just nitpicking about the title of the game? Yes, I am, because I think it affects how people view this title. I see comments all the time, when are we getting Nordschleife in this title? And the number 5 trending search for ACC is Assetto Corsa Competizione Drift. People are expecting this to be Assetto Corsa. It's not. It's not Assetto Corsa 2. People's expectations, albeit flawed, are influencing how the industry receives this game. I also see a huge outcry for mods. Mods are never going to happen. Blancpain will not allow these cars to be modified. Finally, it's hard to pin down what exactly ACC does that other sims do not. If you were selling this to your friend, what would you say that this does that no other sim does? It's hard to say. You could say it's the definitive GT3 driving sim, and I would probably agree with you, but is that enough to sell it to the masses? Who knows? So, moving on to the future, and things that can be improved so that we can get away from the double-digit user base and hopefully start building a massive audience for this title, bring the numbers up, get things back to where they should be, where we all hope they are. I would like to see weekly or daily multiplayer races that are hugely hyped by Kunos. The same thing Polyphony Digital does with GT Sport. I'm not even a GT Sport driver at this point, but I can tell you some of the daily races because Polyphony is all over social media bragging about what they're doing in GT Sport. We need that. We need the engagement. We need everyone excited for a given daily race, sharing tips, sharing setups, things like that. Help build the community. It's something that Assetto Corsa 1 has, that is community, because of mods. We need some sort of community surrounding Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm not talking about leagues, I'm talking about a community. The second thing, we need to revamp, or Kunos needs to revamp the career for the reasons I outlined earlier. They need to build that sense of investment. The first few times you go into career mode, when you're driving the Super Trofeo, it's a very engaging title. But you get done the trial runs, you pick your team, and all of a sudden you're running disparate races. And any sense of connection you had to growing the driver is just lost, unfortunately, and the career falls massively short. Third thing, I would like to see some teases of future content. It would be nice to know that something is on the horizon. We saw that trend line going down, down, down. So what's going to bring it back up? If you look at Assetto Corsa 1, if you look at its timeline, its popularity over time, it has these little spikes where they release DLC packs. And then you'll see things like, exciting new mod packs or something for Assetto Corsa, and that again triggers a resurgence of the title and we get popular again. What will ACC do to trigger a resurgence? What will they do to bring their user base back? We need to see some sort of plan from Kunos saying, we're going to bring in GT4, we're going to add tracks, whatever it is, whatever they choose to do. It would be great to have something like that to at least engage people at this point and know that they have not wasted their money and that this is not all they're going to get. Otherwise, we'll just see that line continue to trend down, unfortunately. And finally, I would like to see Kunos improve their social media massively. If you make any sort of video or any sort of post on Twitter about Kartcraft, odds are Kartcraft will engage, the developers behind Kartcraft will engage with you. Thank you for making that video, and possibly even retweet. It's a small thing. They're a small company, but it's a big thing for smaller YouTubers like me, but not just content creators. If you're out there talking about Project Cars 2, love him or hate him, Ian Bell will jump into the conversation a lot of times and defend his title. It's engaging. It shows they care. It drives interest in the title, and we need that desperately. ACC needs that level of interest, that level of engagement, I should say. And it would be great to see Kunos hire. They don't even have to hire anybody. Maybe somebody takes a little bit of time out of their day to engage with people on social media and help build that community. I can't stress enough how important community is to surround a title like this. So, do I think ACC is dead? No, but it's certainly dying. But it's not too late. There are small tweaks like the ones I mentioned, and I'm sure there's lots of other people with lots of great ideas, but ultimately it's going to fall to Kunos to somehow improve the product, make things a little bit better, a little bit more engaging, a little bit more exciting, to help people get hyped for this title, help regain that interest in this title, and make it not a dud. It's at risk of becoming a total flop, but I don't think it's too late. Thank you guys for listening. I want to hear in the comments, are you still playing ACC? Are you one of those 97 to 400 people daily who are driving this? If so, what do you love about it? If not, why did you move away from it? And if you can be constructive, if you can come up with any ideas Kunos could use to help drive interest into ACC or back into ACC, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching.